Now, for today's movie review, I'm going to be reviewing the movie Jack the Giant Slayer. Now, the first time I heard this, I thought this was going to be like a remake of Jack the Giant Killer. No, not the Asylum mockbuster, the 1962 Jack the Giant Killer. At first I was interested, but then I saw the trailer, and I was like, this ain't gonna be a remake of the 62 movie, is it? Now, as for the story of Jack the Giant Slayer, it's basically a retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk, with a little bit of a mixture of Jack the Giant Killer. Basically, you have a young farm boy who's given a bunch of magical beans, which led them to a land in the sky inhabited by giants. And basically, a princess of the nearby kingdom is taken by the giants, and Jack teams up with the king's men to rescue her. That's really about it for the plot. What I liked about Jack the Giant Slayer is that it pleasantly surprised me. I actually thought it was a pretty good movie. Special effects are pretty good for the most part, especially for the giants. You can actually see like the texture in their skin, the fur on their clothing. It just looks grotesque. And also, I liked what they did with the B-Bifo thumb. Like, if you watch the movie, you'll understand, because it was really cool how they approached it. I was like, that's actually kind of clever. I guess my only problem with the movie is the way it ended. Bugs the crap out of me, because it's like, oh, all this action's going on, but then all of a sudden, it just ends. Then, like, more stuff happens, and I was just like, I felt it was very abrupt. Now, as for the characters in the movie, you got basically Jack, the princess, as I said earlier, and a few other characters, and the giants themselves. Now, Jack in this movie was basically, is your typical underdog character. For the princess of the movie, her name's Princess Isabelle. She's basically a rebellious type of princess. However, she's not rebellious in terms of she doesn't want to be a queen. It's more like she leaves the castle to understand the people that she's going to be in charge of. That's what I liked of the film. Even though she's rebellious, it's more like she wants to be rebellious to understand her people, just when she does become queen. Then comes Obi-Wan himself. Basically, the guy that played Obi-Wan in the Star Wars prequel, but he plays a Captain Elmont. Basically, he's the badass knight of the film. And I generally liked his character as a whole, because he wasn't like your typical asshole kind of character. He actually showed respect towards Jack throughout the movie. Then comes Lord Roughfoot. Basically, he's loyal advisor to the king, and he basically wants to marry the princess, although he secretly wants to overthrow the king and take over the kingdom. I just didn't like his character at all. Both the actor and his character bugs me. Then comes the giants. Basically, they're what you expect from giants, but there's at least the leader of the giants named Fallen. He's basically a two-headed giant, and what I liked about his character is that both heads are played by two different actors. The first head being played by Davy Jones, and the second head being played by the Crypt Keeper. I can't think of their actual actors, but that's the roles they played. Head that Davy Jones plays is the more intelligent head, versus the other head, which is more of the dim-witted head. As for the other characters, I basically found them to be cliched in some parts of the movie, but they help the movie move along. Now, for my final verdict of Jack the Giant Slayer, basically it was a very nice retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk. Special effects were great, although the only thing I do complain about was the ending. And as for the characters, the person who played Jack was okay. Princess Isabelle was your typical rebellious princess, but she approached it in a different light, which I liked. Emma was cool. Lord Roughfoot bugged the crap out of me. The giants were pretty typical, but the leader was pretty cool. And before I give my final rating on Jack the Giant Slayer, what does everyone else have to say about it? So, it looked like Jack the Giant Slayer got generally mixed reviews, although I feel from what I hear from other people, it sounds like there could be a cult following for this film. So, I give Jack Giant Slayer a 4 out of 5. Out of any movie out there that's a retelling of a classic folklore tale, which one was your favorite? And see you later.